Good morning, everybody. Hi, it's Lori, Stampin' Wizard. Good morning. Happy Saturday. Just give me a minute. I'm trying to get set up and make sure I'm actually streaming here. So let me see what we got going on here. And I'm sideways. Why am I sideways today? Why am I sideways? I don't want to be sideways. What have I done here? Bear with me while I figure out what I'm doing. I thought we had this fixed. Well, let me, as much as I don't want to do it this way, I may have to. Okay. Well, I'm gonna let my computer catch up and see if this is right. Thought I had this whole thing fixed, so I'm not quite sure what happened here, but we will go with it. Okay, well, it looks like I'm, okay, so we're just going to go with it today. So, good morning. Thank you for spending about a half an hour of your time with me. I am going to make a gift box this morning, and I learned this. There's lots of places out there that you can Pinterest and everything that you can get directions how to make a gift box, but we're going to make a gift box and a little 3x3 card to go with it. I had seen this the other day on a demonstrator's video, Rhonda Wade, and she'd made a little gift box and a card, and she made it with cardstock and designer series paper, and it was beautiful. I wanted to do my own little twist on it, so one of my favorite things to do is to make my own designer series paper. So that's what we're doing today. And a couple weeks ago, I had asked on my customer Facebook group, I gave them a picture of 2 different stamp sets that I was considering buying out of retiring stamp sets, and one of them was Bloom Blind Bloom, and the other is I can't remember the name of it, but it has wine bottles and wine glasses and everything, and I was like, I don't know which one I should get, and the majority voted for Bloom by Bloom, so that's what I ended up getting. Although I really think I'm going to go back and get that wine one because it's still calling my name, and it's going to be gone here at the end by June 3rd, so I got to get it like now. So anyway, so this is what we're making. I'm going to make my designer series paper with us today, and put the box together and the card, and then you'll kind of see how it goes together. And again, like I always do, I will put the directions underneath the video in the comments, or in the description box of what measurements to cut and where to score and all that kind of stuff. So, and the colors that I have picked today are Melon Mambo, Crushed Curry, and Greeny Apple Green. So let's get started. If you've never made paper before, your own designer series paper, it is really quite fun. So, and these are photopolymer stamps, so I got to stick one of my mats underneath. Where did it go? You know, people, I lose my head. Oh, there it is. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, so the first I'm going to do is so if you've never done this before, what you want to do is you want to start with your bigger stamps and work down to smaller stamps. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to take this big flower one first, and you kind of want to work in triangles in groups of 3, so you'll kind of see. And I always go off the edge some because you want it to look like real designer series paper. So I just always start in the corner. I don't know why. So, and then I'm gonna go. So you kind of see how it's a triangle there. So then we just keep going on from there. And I've had times where I start to do this and I'm like, oh my gosh, I hate it. This turned out horrible. But I keep adding to it, and eventually, sometimes that's all it is. It's just a matter of I need to be able to add more to it, and then I like what I have. So. Keep going and keep going. Yeah, I kind of messed up my little triangle thing here, but let's... let's go a little bit there. Alright. I'm going to leave that there for now. Now then the next thing, so that was Melon Mambo. Now the next thing I'm going to do is there's a little flower or little middle part that I'm going to do, and I'm going to use Melon Mambo, but I'm going to stamp off to make it lighter. So, and I was practicing this before, and I knew I wasn't going to line it up. There's a way to line it up, and I haven't figured this out yet. Let's see. Yeah. Well, it's going to be off. That's fine. Let me see if I can... Is that it? Nope. No, I'm getting there. So I just keep going on and on and on. You can do this with virtually any stamp set that you have. Again, kind of like if you watched my one a couple weeks ago that I did the triple time technique, you kind of need some, oh, I think maybe I got it that time. You need some broader stamps, nothing super detailed as far as, you know, like, it isn't something that you, I am not lining these up, people. That's all right. Let me see if I can figure this out. Because it's going to drive me nuts. I'm close. But not like one directional. Trying to think. There's a stamp set called Mediterranean Moments, and it's really quite beautiful, and it's a scene of a little cafe somewhere in the Mediterranean, and that's the kind of thing that you probably would not want to do on that, because that's a very one-directional thing. Well, I guess you could. You would be very limited on how you made your stamp set, though, so... Alright, so we're almost done with this part. Morning, Alex. That was my son. His bedroom is downstairs next to my craft table. Alright, so there's that. And let's see, where did I go next with this? Because I made a sample beforehand. Oh, okay, so then I'm going to use my crushed curry. Where's that stamp? Okay. So then you just start filling in. I am really liking this stamp set, so I'm really kind of sorry that it is being retired. So, but you know, I don't, although I may not show retired stamp sets at classes, I still keep them because I still like them for my personal cards and things like that. So I'm glad I got that. So thanks to my Facebook group for pointing out that this was a good option. So if you like this, you might want to order it, because stamp sets are guaranteed through May 24th, and after that it's while supplies last. So if you're looking at this and think that you like it, you might want to get it. There's also some designer series paper called Happiness Blooms that can coordinate with this. So I'm taking this little sunshine stamp here. I think that's, or maybe it's a daisy. I'm not real sure what it's supposed to be. But anyway, so I'm filling in with that one. See, so it starts to come together. It does kind of look like not a lot of anything at first, but you know, so if you ever have, you know, something you want to do and you can't quite find the right kind of paper, you can always make your own, because you are only limited by your imagination. I have done this quite a bit. It's really kind of fun to do. Alrighty. Alright, and then we're going to go with a leaf. So I'm going to pull in my Granny Apple Green. I was going to use Lemon Lime Twist, which is one of the end colors going away, but I'm trying to save it as much as I possibly can. Green Apple Green is a good next option. Alright, so I'm going to put some leaves in here. And however you want to do it, you know, it's random, and some of them I put 2, some of them I put 1. Totally your call. Whatever looks good to you. So I got one other stamp I'm going to use after I've done this one. It's going to add a little bit more green in here. Oh, missing one there. All right. Let's see, am I missing any? Don't have one there. Mm. Here we go. Yep, I like it. This is quite... You can just sit here and do this all day long. You can just sit and make all kinds of different designs and, you know, make some cards out of it. Alrighty. So I need to get a drink and then okay. Alright. Alright, so my last little stamp here is I'm going to use these little dots just to kind of fill in a little space here. So if you're watching me right now, let me know if you have a stamp set you think you might try this with. I'd love to see what you do. So you can always share it on my page or share it underneath this video. I would love to see it. Alright. And then there's always a time that I gotta sit here and just kind of look and just make sure I think I got everything where I want it, that there's not too much white space, because I am cutting it up. So I think I am good. Yep, I think I'm good. Okay. Why am I... Alright, I'm looking over at my computer and it seems like y'all can't see much of what's going on. I'm confused because when I look through my phone, it looks like y'all ought to be able to see what I'm doing, but it doesn't look like it when I look. So bear with me a minute. Okay, that looks a little better. Okay, so y'all can see it looks like on my phone, like if I'm looking at it, you can't see it, but when I look at it on the computer, you can. So, alright, so it looks like you can see this better now. So that's what this looks like. Okay, so now we're going to cut it down and make our box. So, alright, well actually, so the first thing for the bottom of the box, we need a 6x6, or sorry, 8x8 piece of cardstock, and this is Melon Mambo, and you are going to score that. So I've already cut it down to 8x8, and you're going to score it at 2.5 on each side. Alright. Alright, so then you are going, I'm going to move this out of the way for a minute. So then you're going to cut up your score marks on two sides opposite each other. And I probably should have folded my score marks before I did this, but oh well. I always have to make life difficult. Alrighty, so then you need some tear and tape. I gotta think about something for a minute because I messed this. Alright, so you're gonna put some tear and tape here. On each side. And I would definitely recommend tear and tape so you can so you just fold those two sides up, and that's all you need is just the one piece. Alright, so there's the bottom of your box, okay? So now we're going to go back and we're going to make the top of our box. And so you need a 6x6 piece of paper, so we are going to cut this down to 6x6. Alrighty, so there's my paper. See, looks fabulous. Alright, and we're going to score this at 1.5. Not the cutting blade, Lori. Sorry for clearing my throat, people. I noticed I do that a lot on my other video that I watched last week. It's, you know, Ohio allergies. So, oops. I got some ink on the back of that I did not see. Okay, well, it'll be closed up in there. So we're going to do the same thing we did there on the bottom part of the box. Is we're going to cut up two sides. Now we are going to do something a little different on this, is that because you're not going to tape this super tight, we're going to take a bit off the edge here of each of the tabs. Just on the outside of it. All right. Get my snail. All right, now when you close this, you do not want, you want to leave a little bit of a gap here so it's not too super tight. So see, you're going to want to do that. So just a little bit. Alrighty. Nope, still didn't do it right. There we go. Alright, I gotta trim it. I didn't trim quite enough there, so let me... Alrighty, so let's see... And there we go, people. There's our box. What do you think? There's our box. So then you can take it, you can put some of this little crunchy paper stuff, put some of that in there. You can, I don't have any down here, but you could put some candies or whatever. So this could be any kind of gift, birthday gift, congratulations gift, I love you gift, I'm thinking of you gift, whatever you want to do. So there's that. You can always put, I might put, I think I'm going to put some ribbon. Let me find some ribbon here. Well, this is some crushed curry. I do believe that this is older ribbon, so this exact kind of ribbon may not be available, but there's crushed curry is an ongoing color, so I'm sure that there's probably something that you could use instead. If I could tie the box. Alrighty. Alrighty. Alright, so there's our little ribbon. Okay, so there's our box. Now, we are going to make, with some of this extra paper, I'm trying to decide how I want to do this. What is my measurement here? This is 2.5. You know what I'm going to do? Sorry guys, kind of making some of this up as I go along. Alright, so I'm going to cut so I have cut a piece of, okay, so this is Melon Mambo. This is left over from when I cut the bottom of my box. Remember, I cut that to 6x6, so, or 8x8, from out of an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. So the one side that I cut off was 3 inches wide. So then I cut it down to 6 inches and I scored it 3. Okay, so that made our 3x3 card. This is a 2 3/4 by 2 3/4 size of crushed curry. And then I'm going to, this is 2.5, so I'm going to make another, trying to decide, we'll go with that. Okay, so then I cut this 2.5 by 2.5. This nail's going away from me. Alrighty. And let's see, what could we... I want to put a sentiment on there, and I'm not sure what I want to put. Let me look in my stamp drawer, people. Give me just a second here. See what calls my name. Okay, I think I know what I'll do here. Alrighty, so I need a scrap of white. Alrighty. And so this is, I pulled out my Picture Perfect birthday stamp sets. This one, if you've never seen it, and I'm going to use this Treat Yourself. With my Greeny Apple Green. And I need something to cut it out with, or punch it. Alright. I'm going to use my circle punch. And I'm going to get a circle behind that. That's 1 and Alright, so I've stamped this Treat Yourself, punched it out with a 1.5 inch circle punch. Now I'm taking my 1 3/4 punch, cut a background, get some dimensionals. More dimensionals, because you never have too many dimensionals. Alrighty. Okay, so there we go. There is our little box and our little 3x3 card. So, as I said, as always, I will put these in the comments down below as far as the dimensions and the directions and all that kind of stuff, but I would love to see you guys make this. You know, make some of your own paper. You can use it on cards. You can, you know, make a box like this. You can, you know, again, you're only limited by your imagination. So, all right. So I hope you enjoyed that today. Happy Saturday. Happy Mother's Day. To all the mothers out there, the mothers to me, the mothers that almost were. And I say that having lost a child. I know how hard that sometimes Mother's Day is for that. So, and happy Mother's Day to my mother, who's no longer with us, and to my mother-in-law. And hope you guys have a great Saturday. Thanks for watching. Bye.